Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here. I am glad to be here. Just because you look dumb don't mean you ain't. That's one of my dad's favorite quotes. 5 years ago, this coming Tuesday, on the April 17th, my father passed away. And he left me with a treasure of lots of quotes. And you know, when you have some time to reflect upon your life and the experiences and the time that you had here, some of these things that you thought were kind of smart and cute and funny, but when you look at them with regard to their lives and your life, all of a sudden you can see the teaching that comes out. I'm going to share 3 lessons that I learned from my father. The first one is be humble. The second one is enjoy the moment. And the third one's about do the right thing. So be humble. When he would say to me, son, just because you look dumb don't mean you ain't, he would say it in a different number of different ways, but that's the one I remember the most. And I've thought about that many times. And it just teaches me to be humble. I think that's what he wanted me to learn. Enjoy the moment. He would say all the time, I feel more like I do now than I ever have. Well, how do you feel more like you do now? What a great way, and he had a smile on his face and he was feeling good. He says, I feel more like I do now than I ever have. Enjoy the moment. And then the third one, it's never too late to do the right thing unless it's too late. Wow. Can I share a quick story about my dad? Lori and I were driving to Las Vegas. I had a speaking engagement. We wanted to spend some time with my dad, so we pulled in. Started talking to him, and he asked if he could have a private moment with me. He says, can you come in here? I said, sure. I went in and sat in a chair. He sat in a chair right next to me with a little lamp table between us where he could look me in the eye. And he said, son, I have been waiting a long time. And he was very nervous. His voice was shaking. Now remember, this is a man that never said when I was growing up, I love you. He never gave me a compliment. I may have heard him give other people's, talk nice about me to other people, but to me, no. This is a man that was a workaholic out of the Depression, that learned how to do hard work, that his word was his bond. Nobody could outwork him, nobody. And I admired him for that. I admired him for so many things, but I also felt like I was a little neglected. But nonetheless, here he is, now at an advanced age, and he says, I have been waiting for a long time to tell you this. Thank you. Thank you for everything that I've learned from you. Filled with emotion, and it just caught me totally off guard. And I said, Pop, you're thanking me? Look at what you've given me. Look at the character you've given me. Look at the lessons about hard work. Look at the lessons about integrity. Your word is your bond. You know, those are great lessons, life lessons that I've learned directly working side by side with you. Thank you. He said, son, you don't understand. I've never told you. And I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. And he got up and he said, I love you. He gave me a hug. 3 days later, we got a call. I told Lori on the way, I said, Lori, the most amazing thing happened. I think I had closure with my dad. And then we got the call. Your dad just had a cluster stroke. We don't know if he'll survive. Those were the last words. That was the last gift that I received from my father. You know, it's never too late to do the right thing unless it's too late. And he came in just under the wire. What are you holding back on? I think back on the things that I'm holding back on. I've missed some points. I had somebody call me one time and say, so-and-so is living with cancer. This is somebody that I coached. He was just recently diagnosed. He's not doing well. He'd love to hear from you. Can you call him? I said, sure, I'll call him. I was afraid to call him. I didn't know what to say. I put it off for a week, then 2 weeks. And when I called, it was too late. I just missed him. If you had one phone call to make to someone, and it was your last phone call here on this earth, and I handed you the phone, who would you call? What would you say? Think about it. It's never too late to do the right thing until it is too late. I hope this helps you have a meaningful week. I enjoy learning from my father even though he's gone. I'm going to have a meaningful week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.